Wolfpack, 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 Wolfpack.
Try and build an island, tell me why you think we wildin'.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host with the most, the best from the Midwest, the overweight lady lover, the husky heartthrob, your not-so-local super villain. Ladies want him. Men, they want to be him. Your global icon and national treasure, Starks, a.k.a. Big Sexy, a.k.a. Hollywood Starks Hogan, a.k.a. Big Chowder, a.k.a. the dark-skinned Dynamo, a.k.a. Go Grab the Bill, a.k.a. the Messiah of Maniacal Menagerie, a.k.a. Starsky Hutchinson, a.k.a. Chase Manhattan, a.k.a. Big Papa Blunt, a.k.a. Chase Money, a.k.a. God Body, a.k.a. Wave Cat Warrior, a.k.a. Did the PayPal clear yet, baby? And I welcome you to the Fake Wolfpack Podcast. Sorry, let me clear my throat. The number one, yes, the number one. You know how they say 3 times the charm? The number one wrestling podcast. You ain't gotta go check no numbers, no analytics, no none of that shit. Because I've done all the hard work and I'm a trustworthy fellow. This episode is brought to you by Scheme Daily Clothing. You can follow them on all social media at Scheme Daily Clothing and check them out at schemedaily.com. I've been saying the wrong website for about 2 weeks now. So check them out at schemedaily.com. This week's episode is actually a predictions and suggestions episode for AEW. If you have not been watching them and watching Dynamite, they are building and we are currently in the TNT championship tournament for their second belt, the TNT championship, obviously. So, next week's matchups is Kip Sabian versus Dustin Rhodes, and we have Darby Allin versus... It doesn't even matter. Darby versus Sammy Guevara. What I think is going to happen is we're going to get Cody versus Lance Archer in the crowning championship match. That's what I think is going to happen. What I think should happen out this tournament, it should be Darby versus Lance Archer, and Darby pulls out the victory, and that way we still get the build to the Lance Archer and Cody storyline, and that way Darby can defend his title against someone who he can build just a righteous feud with, maybe somebody out of the inner circle, because he really wants to run roughshod over them. Regardless, it's been an impressive matchups. I haven't seen one bad matchup or anything I haven't liked coming out of that tournament already. With all that being said, so we've got that tournament. My predictions is Cody versus Lance Archer, but what I would like to see is Darby versus Lance Archer and Darby pulling out the win. We are getting the build to another Orange Cassidy match. We got Orange Cassidy versus Jimmy Havoc next week. Hopefully that leads into that 3-man team versus this 3-man team, and eventually we get a nice 6-man tag match with Penelope Ford involved. So hopefully that gets to happen soon. If not, that's an awesome fucking suggestion. Jimmy Havoc versus Orange Cassidy is going to be really good, and I think Orange Cassidy versus Kip Sabian at Double or Nothing would be something really, really dope to see if we don't get that 6-man tag. Another dope storyline. So I'm thinking this, right? They have Double or Nothing. They're still going to do that May 29th, not the 23rd. So they have to build to that. It's about a month away, so you got to get these really, really good matchups. So you can, I would assume we're probably going to get an Inner Circle versus SCU, or Christopher Daniels versus Brody Lee, Sheeta versus Nyla Rose. I don't know what's going on with the Blood and Guts, but hopefully we can get that build to that. If we don't get all these people involved in something, I think that would be a very cool spectacle to see for the next Double or Nothing. Cody versus Lance Archer. If Lance doesn't win, I think this is a great build to that, and that gives Cody another belt to work towards and more adversity to face when he comes up with it. Best Friends versus Kenny and Paige. I think that'd be a grand stage for them, for the Best Friends to come up and win, and they've been on a hot roll, and they're really bubbling right now. And surprise match that I don't know if people have been watching BTE and really picking up on the turmoil between the two, but Colt Cabana versus Kenny Omega. That is a 5-star, wonderful, great matchup waiting to happen. I think if we get the chance of Colt Cabana being the reason why Kenny Omega loses his tag team championship, and this ultimately sends Adam Page on this super badass cowboy shit run, which I think now that I'm snowballing it, Adam Page should be the next person to face Jon Moxley. I think that would be great. But yes, with all of that happening, we're getting the build to it. I think Kenny versus Colt Cabana would be dope. It really sets the foundation and it really gives Kenny the opportunity to be a heel in AEW, and I know he's dealing with a lot of adversity and turmoil, so I think that'd be a really, really good chance to make that happen. As far as the big belts, big platinum goes, I don't know who should face Jon Moxley. Right now, man, the competition is very, very spread. You're thinking maybe a Brody Lee or somebody else, but these people, Brody Lee, Lance Archer, Cody, anybody in the lead are all tied up into a major storyline. So I'm very interested to see what happens and what goes on with that. So if you do have any predictions and suggestions, whoever you think should face Jon Moxley at Double or Nothing, go ahead and comment on all the socials. My name is Starks. You can follow the show at Fake Wolfpack, WOLFPACT. Fake, you should probably know how to spell that. Yes, Fake Wolfpack on all socials. And you can follow me at villain_Starks, STARKKS on all socials. This episode is brought to you by Scheme Daily Clothing. You can check out them at Scheme Daily Clothing on Instagram and all social medias, and their website, schemedailyclothing.com. My name is Starks. This has been another wonderful edition of the Fake Wolfpack Podcast. Please wash your hands, be safe, don't touch your face, and please, please, please don't go outside. Okay? Stay inside. I'm giving you hours and hours and hours and hours of fire content. If you're not hip to Lifestyles of the Fresh, look that up on YouTube. You can find the Fresh Tube. It is the channel where we do upload the show. And if you're looking for more content, we got it for you, baby. So I'm going to wrap this up. Please be safe. Peace.